Everybody, welcome back to MRD Future Tech. Back with yet another automation or AI tutorial where we essentially teach you how to build simple AI systems or automations that you can use to streamline business or automate workflows or even make money. You can use these automations to optimize certain business elements within your business or just automate any task that you want. So today I'm going to be taking you guys through step-by-step process on how you can build an email assistant. Yeah, so we know how much admin it takes to check all of your emails, reply to all of your emails, but I'm going to teach you how to build an AI automation that watches all your emails, that interprets your emails, and even replies to all the emails. Let's get started. You know how it's a lot of admin just constantly having to check all your emails, reply to emails, respond to every other email, and yes, it can get a lot and it can become very tedious. So we're going to take you through a simple process on how you can build an email assistant. So essentially this is what your email assistant is going to look like. So let's just run it once. As you can see, it's loading, it's watching the email, sending it to OpenAI or ChatGPT assistant to interpret the email and also come up with the reply, and then it sends the email. So we're going to click on our first module just to see what's the email that we got. So the email that we got is, "Good morning, Wandile. Thank you so much for the amazing presentation you provided us in the meeting this afternoon." So we have the subject, we even have the email recipient, as you can see, Khotso. And then we're gonna essentially check the result that ChatGPT came up with. So this would be the response that it gave. So you're gonna come over here, content, click on number one, under number one, text. So ChatGPT said, "Good morning, Khotso. Thank you for the kind words and the positive feedback. I'm glad the presentation was well received by everyone. I look forward to this update from Kim on the next steps." So that was coming from ChatGPT. Now, the last module is essentially the automation is responding to Khotso, sending an email. So I see under here, there's the email that my Gmail account essentially sent back to him. "Good morning, Khotso. Thank you for the kind words," and so forth, so forth. So we've built a simple email assistant. Now I'm going to take you guys through this process from scratch and show you how you can get here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to organization. I'm going to say create new scenario. Under create new scenario, I'm going to add a Gmail module and I'm going to say watch emails. Criteria, we're going to say only unread emails, and we're going to choose our folder. The folder has to be inbox because that's all our new incoming emails. And then we're going to click save. We essentially want the automation to pick up all the new emails from now on. So we're going to say save. And so what this module is essentially doing is it's going to pick up all the new incoming emails that land in our inbox. Khotso, if you can send me an email. So I'm going to run this module just to see if it works. So we're going to say run once. Okay, save that, and we are going to run. There we go. So we got an email from Khotso on the 27th of February. "Good morning, Wandile. Thank you so much for the amazing presentation." All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another module. So this module we're going to add is OpenAI module. And we are going to click on message and assistant. You want to make sure that you have an OpenAI account. So that's the only way you're going to be able to create a new assistant. So how you do that is you head over onto the OpenAI platform. So you'll just say platform.openai.com, and that's where you'll essentially sign up to create an account. And then you'll come over to dashboard, and under dashboard you'll come over to assistants. So under assistants, we are going to say create. So we are going to create an assistant on the OpenAI platform that essentially is going to watch emails and also respond to emails. So we are going to say create and the name is going to be called email assistant 2. Typo. And then system instructions. So I have the system instructions ready on a Google Doc. So you are an email reply assistant whose sole role and responsibility is to automatically respond to all incoming emails and all of that. So we're going to copy all of this. Copy that, Command C, and then we're gonna head over to the OpenAI platform, and then we're gonna paste it in the system instructions text box. So this is essentially all the instructions and prompts that your assistant is gonna need to perform your task. And then that's all you need. And then we are going to head over to our playground. Once you're on playground, we're gonna go over to assistants, and we are going to say run. Now it's essentially running all of the instructions that we gave it. There you go, it's responded saying, got it, please provide the email you'd like me to respond to. So now it understands the information, understands the prompts and instructions. Now an important thing is you want to copy this right here. This is almost like a key or an ID that kind of links your ChatGPT assistant to the make.com platform. So we're gonna copy that. We're gonna head over to make.com. We're gonna say map, and we are going to paste, and we are going to refresh. So it's essentially just loading now and picking up and linking to the ChatGPT assistant. So as you can see, it's picked up. The role is going to be user and message. This is essentially the information or the text that we want our ChatGPT assistant to constantly receive from the email. So what we're going to do is we're going to look over here. So there's date, subject, text content. We are going to say text content. And we are going to save that. Saved right there. And we're going to run this automation. As you can see, it's picked up the email, and now ChatGPT is essentially interpreting the email and coming up with a response. Now let's see what ChatGPT brought for us. So as you can see, the message that it received is, good morning, Wandile, thank you so much for the amazing presentation. And then the important part is the reply that it came up with. Good morning. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm thrilled to hear that the presentation was well received by the shareholders. I look forward to the update from Kim, and I am eager to continue contributing positively to our projects. So our automation has ran. So now we need to add our final module, which that's going to be the Gmail module, but this time we're going to be sending an email, not watching an email. So we're going to click on Gmail, and we are going to click on send an email because we want the email assistant to essentially be able to send responses or send email backs. So the first thing it's going to want from us, it's going to want us to add a recipient. So where do we get add a recipient, or rather our recipient? Well, we come over here and we look for the section where it essentially has the email address of the person we've received an email from. So we click on email address right here. Same thing we do with subject. Come over here and look for subject. There we go. And then content. Now this is very important because this is essentially what it's going to pick up from ChatGPT and use as an email response. So where do we get that? We're going to hover over here on content. We're going to click on the drop down, and then we're going to click on text again. And as you can see, under value, that's essentially the email response that ChatGPT has created for us. So we're going to click on value. And we're going to save that. And you want to also always just save your automation. So these are all the modules you need to build a simple email assistant. So it's going to pick up an email, interpret the email, come up with a response, and send an email. So we're going to run this automation all through just to see if it essentially does what we need it to do. So I'm going to come over here after saving and say run once. So as you can see, the Gmail module has picked up an email. Now our ChatGPT assistant is essentially interpreting the email, and it's going to pass that over to our final module, which is Gmail, but it's sending an email. So we're going to click on here to see the results. And as you can see under content, so it's received the email, and this is basically our response in which it's sent, saying, "Good morning, thank you for the kind words. I'm delighted to hear that the presentation was well received by our shareholders. I'm looking forward to the update from Kim, and I'm eager to take the next steps." So how can we verify if it's actually sent the email? Because it's one thing seeing the email on the Make platform, but it's another thing to actually just check if the email has been sent or if it's in our sent box. So we're gonna go over to our emails, and we're gonna hover here on sent, just to check if it's actually responded. So we're just gonna load that up. And as you can see, it's replied to auto. Here's the email. It said, "Good morning, thank you for the kind words. I'm delighted to hear that the presentation was well received." And that's it. Those are all the easy steps that you need to essentially build a simple email assistant that you can use to ease up your workflow or just streamline your workflow, and also just optimize your business in terms of admin, and that essentially frees you up with a lot of time. So please make sure that you catch and watch all of our tutorials, our latest tutorials on how to essentially capture data from a Google Sheet and send that through an email or even social media, anything actually. And let us know what you think in the comments, and also comment what type of automation that you'd like to see us build. You can also head over to our website where you can browse through our various offerings, such as different courses which we offer that you can essentially use to level up and become an AI expert yourself. We also have various webinars and also training programs that are coming up, and you can also become a member on the Mpho Dagada YouTube channel, in which he also shows you on how to build very complicated automations that you can use for complex tasks. That's it from me today, and can't wait to see you again where I show you how to build another AI automation. Thank you.